Alright, am I live finally? Am I live? Alright. Here we go, people. Apparently I'm live. Oh, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. Hopefully everything's connecting. We'll just have to go from here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, just give me a second here to set all this up. Make sure it doesn't fall out. And make sure it's live. Alright, if y'all can hear me, say something. So I have no idea. It's been a long time since I've done this. Alright, well, you can hear me. Okay. Well, let's see if I can figure out how to use this software, man. It's just been a while. I'm just going to focus on there for a few minutes till I get some people in here. And kind of see what happens. Aqua Balls, hello. Multiple Aquariums, hello. It has been a long time, people. I'm telling you. I don't know. A lot of things overtook my life with the COVID thing, and I haven't been on here much at all, if any. Obviously. But anyway, we're gonna. Alright, thank you. Thank you. Glad y'all can hear me and blah, blah, blah. So we'll kind of go, and I'll step through a bunch of things as we go. Hey, Bob. How you doing, buddy? I know it's been a long time, man. Definitely. But I'm not going to take a lot of time here. Again, with COVID and everything going on. But I've had some sales, and I'll be able to afford a lot more this year. Okay? So, hey, Chubby. How you doing? Multiple again. But I'm going to be able to afford a lot more this year, and a lot of these tanks are going to be redone completely. And the first start I'm going to do is going to be focused more over here. Alright. Whoops. Well, crack it. Alright, oops. Alright, let's not do that again. Alright. Well, this is my old fish lines, and they're stiff, okay? It's just your normal airline tubing, blah, 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 okay? Now, Michael's Fish Room recommended this, okay? This is aquarium co-op tubing. I ordered 3 batches of it, and this stuff is super soft, okay? So hopefully, because you all know how when you get thick airline tubing and you're trying to, put it into, hoses or, whatever, and it takes a God effort, if you will, to do it. Hopefully it's going to solve the problem. I'm going to do an entire video on that. I also got more of easy green to try to get the plants back. But I don't know if any of y'all saw my recent fish video or last videos or whatever. A lot of these Aquarian Pro heaters failed. And when I mean failed, they failed. That tank is 70. That tank is 77 because it's got a good heater in there. And that tank is 75. It's got a good heater. But over here, 68. Not good for fish. So I contacted Aquarium Pro, and here's where I'm a little pissed. I'm going to be real honest with you. They allowed me to return 3 of the Pro heaters, and I wish I could show them to you, but they're in the tanks. I don't have a good one because I turned them all in. You'll have to see the video I did. And maybe I'm ignorant. I didn't realize they were basically glass, glass tubes inside a ceramic core, if you will. I guess they all have to be glass. I don't know. What do I know, man? But they burst at the seams. And again, you'll have to watch the video. I got some pictures. I can't really link them up right now. You're looking at a lot of mutts in here. Okay? A lot of mutts. But, yeah, thanks, Bob. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Again, I thought Aquarium Pro heaters were the bang de la creme. I never had one failed. And I've had them really for about 10 years since I started. Not in every tank, obviously. Not in every one. But, move this down here. I don't know if there's much going on. That's supposed to be the Hawaiian Blues in here. Supposed to be. Man, I paid a crap load for those, and I'm not sure how they're doing. I almost prefer the mutt guppies, kind of like Michael's fish room. But anyway, let me get back on track. But I've never had them fail. I had 3 fail within about 4-month period, roughly. And I didn't realize this because I don't normally come down here. Oops. I don't normally come down here with a temperature gun, and check tanks. It's just not something I normally do. And obviously, there's more tanks down there. I just can't get this thing down there. So anyway, we'll start these beautiful things I've been trying to get to breed for about 1.5 years. I call them albino Isis. ICES. I don't know if I can never get them true, but I gotta get the temperature up. But anyway, what Aquarion, and again, I've never had a problem with them. But here's where I'm pissed. I called them up, and they agreed if I sent in the 3 or 4 I had. I had 4 busted. I threw 1 away stupidly. And they agreed that they have a lifetime warranty. Did I have receipts? I said, no, man. Some of these were bought 6 years ago. Some were bought 8 years ago. Some were bought 4 years ago. I have no idea. But here's what they're telling me. Because of the COVID and supply issues, which I think is complete bullcrap, they didn't have any of the 200-watt ceramics in at all to ship me. So he said he was sending glass. And I was like, no, I don't want pure glass. I've had nothing but problems with exposed glass before, them breaking, yada, 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 right? So, anywho, then he sent me a letter today, or email today, saying they are out until May of something. That's complete bullcrap. And I'm like, I can't wait 8 weeks to get these. Matter of fact, I went on eBay the other night and ordered a couple more Aquarium Pros. This time I want to make sure I've got an abundance, extras. And I had extras, but they apparently broke as well. Anyway, the story is, I was like, no, I can't wait 8 weeks. Just send me the glass. So I'll do a full review when I get them in, and blah, blah, blah. It's amazing. I go on any major fish site, And I can find Aquarium Pro heaters all day long. Amazing. You know. And again, I didn't realize they were glass inside of ceramic. I mean, I thought maybe they were, maybe I'm just stupid and just thought maybe, these days it was more an LCD type thing. But anywho, I'm just getting off the tangent. So, the good thing is, at least for $8 of my cost, I'm at least going to get 3 heaters that would have normally cost me 40 to 50 bucks a piece. So we'll see and kind of go from there. Yeah, part of my screen is blocked out because, again, I had a hard time hooking up. Man, me going live, it took me about 45 minutes to figure out how to do this iPad and connect it to the computer and everything else. I know Aquarium Pro heater failures across the bottom. I will check that out after the fact. But the good thing is this will be rewinded. And I put my stupid iPad on, or iPad holder upside down. So I can't read chat as well as I could. But in the future, I'm going to probably look at, what do you call them? Jaegers? Or you all suggest there, and I can look after the fact on what heaters you would use. I know, Scott, I know what you're thinking. Why don't you just heat the whole room? Well, that's really not a possibility, people. I would have to enclose everything in here. Oops. Lights. And that's just not a possibility. Plus the fact is, the amount of heat coming in. Would it be cheaper? I don't know. It might be. Look at this tank for a few minutes. Some of these guys are still blue, man. But look, some got the red. This year I'm going to do an all-male guppy sale and get rid of a lot of these pure breeds. I know people want them. I mean, who wouldn't want some of those beauties? Look at them. They're just a mixture of all my pure breeds. $20. Yeah, I wish I could see the rest of that. Again, I'm stupid chubby. I'll look at after the fact. Around 20 for a 200 to 250. And I can't see it because of the stupid way I got the stand. And I don't want to take it apart right now because as soon as I do, I'll drop this thing on the floor again and break the screen yet again, which I don't want to do yet again. I just, I'll look at it after the fact and, see what you all do. I've got a total of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tanks. A lot of these are not in this room. People like Bob probably has about 100 by now. I don't know. I don't know. We'll kind of go from there. Now, here's one thing I will say for sure. You see that boy right there, Malaysian trumpet snail? I have learned a hard lesson, people, about moving, moving hornwort to any other tank. If you've got, that was the only one that ever had Malaysian trumpets in there. And now I've got them upstairs. And I'm not so certain that they don't stay in nets. Because some of these fish I moved upstairs. I didn't move any plants because the only plants upstairs, I don't know if y'all have ever seen that 29-gallon fish aquarium. I got videos on it where the Java moss is the entire tank. It's consumed the entire freaking tank. Somehow, me transferring fish up there got in there. So, I don't know if they can live in nets. Maybe y'all can help me out. I don't know about Malaysian trumpet snails. They're kind of wild, man. Kind of wild. Well, another thing I'm going to do this week I'm going to put in another order for my fish foods. Now, I'm telling y'all, there'll be a link below after this video. Y'all got to get this egg flake. You know, I've had this sit on the shelf for a while. Thought it'd be a good seller. I'm getting ready to order a ton of earthworm food. If y'all are interested, there'll be a link below. And people have griped and kind of, I'm not going to say the word, griped, if you will. Well, man, I can get earthworm food from blah, blah, blah for 1/4 of your price. Yeah, but mine doesn't have any preservatives, any, it's all natural ingredients, no preservatives, you know, yada, yada, yada. I use, mine comes from salmon fish meal, which a lot of others are just normal fish meal, and you got to compare the fillers, okay? You know, so that's what you got to, yeah, probably eggs. That's what I'm guessing, and somehow they survived, I don't know. But I'll check into what you're saying, Chubby Guppy. Again, I've been meaning to go live more. I'm not going to hold y'all up too much longer. Let's just see how these guys are doing. I've been seeing up on water changes a lot better. These are the half black reds. Now, if I brought the spotlight in here, you see them better. Now, these guys are still doing pretty good. And you're wondering, how come that doesn't have the tube on there, Scott? Well, man, some of these pumps are getting old and the tubes won't stay on anymore. So I'm going to probably, after I redo all the hoses, I'm going to do a review on Aquarium's co-op hoses, alright? Then I'll probably hot glue the tubes back on. But I hate doing that because then if you got to put a new tube in there, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I got to be real careful about tipping this over. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Those are the half black blues down there. They're not doing so well. So honestly, I don't have a lot of true breeds going, you know, other than to try to get a few of these guys going. So most of these tanks I'm going to clear out this year and start all over. So after the video's done, usually I put my Fancytailaquatics at yahoo.com, and that will be in the bottom after the video's done. If you all know true breeders, I'm talking about IFGA or really good overseas breeders, that you know where to get fish from that breed 90% true. I'm looking for a half black albinos. I'm looking for purple Moscows. I'm looking for red Moscows. I'm looking for, or maybe even red Americans or red albinos. That's fine. I need a lot of these top breeds. Because last year, man, I'm not being able to get them. And I know there's RREA overseas. Well, I don't know how well those guys breed true. And I've been trying to get with a couple other members, and they won't really tell me because the problem is they get them in, and then they ship them straight out. You know, as soon as they get them in, they quarantine them, they ship them out. So I don't know how well they breed. You know, I want to hold true. You know, a couple years ago, man, that was it. That was it. I mean, I was the person to get things like that from. You know? And now, I don't have a clue how to even freaking get them. I would love red deltas again. I would love, you know, these other things. I stay away from greens a lot. I'll be honest with y'all. Green tends to tip colors quite a bit. Blues tend to stay true, but occasionally, oops, about tripped. They're going to throw a red in there, like that one. you know. But for about 4 years, these guys bred nothing true um, with the blues. And those are blue snakes, or I forget what they're called. I got them from Hung Lee or Hang Lee. Yeah, I forget. I forget. Um, but yeah, I definitely. Yeah, cool, Aqua. I would love to talk to you, man. I'm definitely in the market. I've got a tank down here that's waiting for fish. Now, I will remove the filter because I have plenty of filters down here that have been cycled for a year, year and a half. That'll be an instant cycle. I've just been keeping the water running, trying to keep the plants going. Um, yeah. Just, yeah, I would love to talk to you, man. Love to talk to you. Um, I just need fresh stock, and I want to start all over again. Um, Clear out a lot of these tanks, all male guppy cells, type of deals. And those sold really well for me last year. Why not? I think I was selling a 5-pack for maybe around $30. Maybe a little bit more shipped. I can't remember. Obviously, SPS has gone up a little bit. Um, but again, I'm gonna try to get in a lot more food next week. And kind of continue going on. The one mistake I will never do again is I don't know if you can see any here. I don't see any here. I won't ever do Corys again. I mean, I'm sorry, bristle noses again, and put them in tanks. Because the problem with the bristle noses, man, the freaking bio load that they use, you got to stay on water changes a whole lot more. I've got the water change thingy over there. Normally I throw it in a 33 or 35 gallon bucket or whatever, and then I'll use, Prime. Because in Louisville we have, I know you got chlorine and you can let it settle out of normal water. But in Louisville we got chloramine. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I believe chloramine, and there's no way to get that out of the water without Prime. 20 bottles of that last year, and I got lucky. They had it at some kind of express store, and because they were, all right, you see that little slight dent in there? Yeah, they were about $3 a piece, man. You go online, those things are what? $7, $8 a piece plus the shipping. Huh. But another thing that's kind of hurt me this year. Well, I'm saying since March of last year, a lot of my wholesalers have shut down. I used to get a lot of things from I won't say pet supplies, but it was a wholesaler site. I can't think of the specific name. You had to have a, business ID and everything else. Tax ID number, business license, which I have all that. So I'm a legit business. But a lot of places are closed down. I'm wanting to try to get in some more. And some of y'all hate it, some of y'all would like it. Tim's one and only. But because it's winter, they don't want to ship when it's freezing. They want to charge a freaking fortune for putting heat packs in there. I'm not going to pay $40 extra for a box when I can easily get it a month from now at the same price. So. Dumbo. Excuse me. Yes, Dumbo, Joseph. Again, Fancytailaquatics at yahoo.com. I've been wanting to get Dumbos forever. If the, and again, I'm looking for the ones that are breeding true. Not, please don't give me these ones that you've had in there for 20 years and they're going to throw off weird colors. I mean, this is a business. My goal is to put them in tanks, spend 6 to 12 months breeding them out, and then selling them after the fact. But, yeah, I'm very interested in that stuff. Mixing your own barrel. Yeah, I hear you. But guys, I'm probably not going to hold you up much more. I'm a whole lot of boring and a whole lot of nothing. I've got some cool videos that are going to probably be out next week. I've been in a funk, and I've told myself, man, you got to start pumping out videos, because sometimes, it used to be 2 a week, 2 to 3 a week, forever, and I've been losing viewership left and right because it's not consistent enough. And I'll be honest with you, over the winter, with COVID and everything else, not being able to order anything, I've gotten absolutely freaking bored with it. But in the last couple of weeks, I've been like, no, you got to get back on it, man. You got to remember things like that. Where people send you notes and letters and cards thanking you, and you got to remember, you spent a lot of time and effort in that design. That design alone cost me $300 some. I'm just talking about the design, and then you did stuff like that. Then you had people paint you stuff like that, and send it to you free of charge. I've got to snap out of it. Then I have things that remind me of my sweet, sweet Ginger that passed away. God bless her soul. I loved her so much, man. She was the best cat I've ever had, and I've had about 8 or 9 of them. Yes, I'm a cat person. I like to have dogs. I don't have a fenced-in yard. I love dogs, but my poor baby. But, I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars just, stuck around, and I've just gotten that funk, man, where I just didn't feel like doing anything. Like Bob, for instance, man, he pumps out content left and right, and I want to get that back, where I feel the need to do it. I want to do it. And the first thing is going to be by installing all new airlines, cleaning every pump. Oh, you can see the extra pumps I got that are just parked there and parked there. Well, like that bottom tank, I could instantly put one down there and then remove that sponge down there and put it in one of these tanks. I even got more. And it's the cycle, basically. It's just, I hear you, Aqua. Man, cats are just weird, weird freaking creatures, aren't they? My God, they all have their own personalities. Some of them you got to handle with more caution than the others. Some of them let you play with their little toe beans. Some of them let you pet them on the stomach. The other one you pet on the stomach, you're going to lose a hand. They are just weird, weird little creatures. Yeah, I miss my Ginger. She's up on the mantle up there, rest her soul. Hell, I've lost a few fish that I cried over, man. It just I've had a couple favorites over time. Well, anywho, I don't remember my time limit. Maybe it's 30 minutes, maybe it's an hour. But anyway, it's damn near close to a half hour. I want to thank each and every one of you all for watching this. I'll get with you. Oh, cool, Aqua. Yeah. Tux, which I'm absolutely shocked he's not down here. He loves being around me. The reason I call him Tux because it looks like his under chest is a tuxedo. Really, honestly, um, he we feed. This is horrible to say, people. Yes, I feed wildlife out in the back porch. And when I mean wildlife, originally it was supposed to be one stray cat. But next thing you know, you occasionally get a raccoon, you occasionally get a possum. But generally, we've had 3 to 4 stray cats around. Well, Tux, one day, I don't know why, uh, I opened the door and he literally just walked right on in like he owned the place. The friendliest cat ever. I actually picked him up. He was clawed and the whole 9 yards. And I thought, this is weird. Why would this cat be, he didn't have a collar or anything, be this domesticated? You know, when all the other cats out there would hiss at you a little bit, you give them food, they would tolerate that. But anywho, so I tried to put him back outside, he wouldn't go. So I said, well, screw it. I'll put you in a spare bathroom with your own, in case you got worms, fleas, whatever, with your own litter box. I've got 2 or 3 spare litter boxes around here anyway, because I've had so many cats that have either lived or passed away. But nonetheless, he let me pick him up and actually curl him in my arms like a little baby. So, anywho, took him to the vet, and I thought, well, if he's got a chip, now that you give him back to the owner. Nope, he had no chip. He had never been fixed, not been declawed, nothing. And they estimated his age at about two years old. So, after a bunch of rounds of shots, and probably $300 later, well, he's mine. And he hardly doesn't leave my side. So, I don't know, man. Alright, yeah, I was just kind of looking through some of the chat. Yeah, well, I know a lot of you all have, and I get a little pissy. You know, I've got a pond pump, and that's how I deal with stuff. But this pond pump is so stupid. I mean, you have to have it turned the right way. And if you don't, and I've got to get a clamp for this thing here, because it keeps wanting to pop out. And then if you don't have this dial just right, it's just a pain in the ass. Because one of them, you got to be blah, blah, blah. I want to buy a normal pond pump. Now, I like this because, you know, I could put pantyhose over it. And that way, there's no way it could suck and fry. Maybe up here. I mean, I love this pump, but my God. See, it's already moved. See how that moves? If it moves one way, it won't work. I want a simple freaking pond pump. So that's another thing. If y'all can recommend to me a simple pump that is nothing but one hose, I can clamp the damn thing down. You know what I'm saying? And then it doesn't matter where it's sucking. Well, yeah, it just needs to suck water. I've got a drain it goes down into, and probably about a 25-foot hose. And then I got something cool here, which is plugged into. It's a remote. And I have the remote. Yeah. Watch me not be able to find it now. Always keep it in the same place. Well, hell's bells. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And it's just a remote. So all I gotta do is click it on. You're gonna kind of hear it running. It shut off so I don't burn the pump out. It's on and off. And apparently you can rig up to 2 or 3 other things to it. But then I can sit back and relax in my Pittsburgh Steelers chair. Well, it's really a towel over a chair. And drink a beer and whatnot and let the world go by. But, man, as many times that thing misfires, I tell you what, if any of y'all got carpet, no, man, I would be, I could not imagine having all these tanks at all on carpet. I mean, because I'm kind of clumsy anyway. You know, and you're talking about gallons of water, and what if that sprung a leak, and, you know, what if the drain doesn't kind of kick in, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I'll be able to look after all these ideas after the fact. Well, I'm not going to keep y'all anymore. The hardest part I ever have to figure out is how to turn this damn thing off and end the stream. So, yeah, it might take me a minute. But, anyway, I want to thank each and every one of you. I'm sure I'll be talking to some of y'all pretty soon. If any of y'all are going to call me and you got my phone number, give me at least about 5 to 10 minutes. Because you know, by the time I get all this signed off, I got to deal with the computer and I got to deal with headsets and everything else. But other than that, I appreciate everything. And Bob, again, I apologize. I know you asked me a couple weeks ago about this, but I apologize about not being on Fridays like I used to. I think I'm out of my funk, if you will. And so, anywho, I'm going to jump off here. I appreciate everything. Every one of y'all have a lovely Friday. I'll let you get to the next stream that I'm probably keeping you from. And, yeah, 15 minutes will work. And just let me get off here. And I appreciate everything. And be patient with me trying to figure out how to sign off this thing. Oops, finger. Alright. Love each and every one of y'all. How do I sign off? Now, Googling every time. Alright, settings, no. I'll probably have to go in the other room and figure this out. Oh, there we go. Alright, thanks.